Super Smash Bros. Is a game that strays away from the typical fighting genre, and some may not even call it a fighting game as such, but fans of the series have been following the game since its N64 release in 1999, and now the newest games in the series, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Super Smash Bros. For 3DS, have finally come after a 6-year gap from the previous Smash game. How do the newest games of the series stack up? Let's find out now. The main object of Super Smash Bros. Is to defeat your opponents by building up the percentage meter using a series of attacks and not mod stage. The higher the percentage, the further you fly. This concept hasn't changed much since the 4 games in the series, but there have been lots of mechanics, items and other things. In the newest game, there is a plethora of new modes and more to play than ever before. For example, an all-new classic mode has you moving around on a platform and going up to any opponent you wish to battle with. Also in the classic mode is the intensity gauge, where you can earn more and more rewards the higher intensity level you choose. The scale from 2.0 being normal difficulty to 9.0, which is nothing harder. But if you're having trouble, you can pay money to lower the difficulty down from 1.9 all the way to 0.0. In a nutshell, it's basically a very thought out risk versus reward system. Other than the fleshed out classic mode, there's also the usual game modes like Stadium and All-Star mode, which is unlocked from the start this time around, which sees you fighting foes introduced in 2014, way back to 1989. You can now play all these single player modes with a friend now, and it's not just the single player modes getting updated with more players, as the original 4-player Smash mode can now support up to 8 players simultaneously. Following from the original, there's lots of extra content and collectibles, including 716 full 3D and 2D trophies, 417 songs including 31 unlockable CDs, and custom parts which can be used to upgrade custom characters that can have up to 3 collectible moves for all their special B attacks. These can also be fed to your amiibo. Speaking of amiibo, as explained in the gameplay section, there are many different modes that are now 2-player, but one of the biggest new features is Amiibo, which are Nintendo's little NFC figures, which can fight in the Smash mode and the 8-player Smash alongside you or against you. As you battle with them, they learn from you and they level up to a maximum of level 50. And like the custom fighters, you can also customize that Amiibo's moveset and give them stat boosts. From this, you can go to your friend's house, scan your amiibo into the game, and watch them fight and see who is better. This is an excellent feature that you can really dig deep into, as every player's amiibo is different, and will learn off of you in the same way, which means no two amiibo can be the same, as they will learn a different fighting style depending on the player who trained it. After that lengthy explanation of amiibos, I think I should talk about the other new modes. Firstly, Master Hand, the main Smash character, and Crazy Hand, the counterpart of Master Hand, have their own separate modes titled Master Orders and Crazy Orders. Master Orders gives you a selection of tickets. If you win the condition on the ticket, you get the prize. Simple as that. However, in Crazy Orders, it's more risk versus reward, as your percentage is kept between rounds, and the more rounds that go by, the better rewards are, but if you lose once, you lose everything. Finally, there's Smash Tour, which is the Wii U exclusive mode not found in the Nintendo 3DS version, which sees you going around the board picking up characters and stat boosts, for example attack, defense, speed, etc. There are many events to happen, but at the end of the game, all the stat boosts will be added up and applied to all your fighters you have picked up, and you face off in a final battle. Whoever wins the match, wins the game. In conclusion, this game is so big, it is a 17.5GB download. You and your friends will be entertained for days on end. There's a plethora of content to check out in this latest installment, and there's been modes which I haven't even explained, such as the online mode, which has been vastly improved from the previous game, but the game does slow down if someone has a bad internet connection. And even connectivity to the 3D version of the game, which unlocks the ability to transfer your customized character and also allows you to play the game using your 3DS as a controller. As well as the 3DS, you can also use the GameCube controller using a special add-on for the Wii U. For the completionists out there is a total of 125 unique challenges, each with their own rewards such as money, music and even more stages. Speaking of stages, another thing I forgot to mention is back from the previous game, the stage editor. And even though it's slightly lacking in this version, it is still a welcome addition. said in the previous sections, this is a very big game with lots of new content, as well as vastly improving on the existing content so much that it feels like a brand new experience. There's even a planned update which will have even more stuff, like tournaments, online features, and a new playable character, spoiler alert. And this review hasn't even scratched the surface of what's possible in the game. You just have to buy it right now to fully experience this new installment. And even if you don't even love the 3DS version, or you've never played a Smash Bros. Game in your life before, I still highly recommend this game, as there's something for everyone in this new installment.